All right, you guys seem to really enjoy the top 5 LRs showcase slash discussion that I did. So I kind of want to do that again, but with TURs this time. Um, just a quick note that I wanted to make. I am not going to be including this guy in the list. He'd be one if I did. The main issue with that is that like the first video was like a top 5 units that you should, or top 5 LRs that you should go out and go get if you can. And then discussing why, like they all have their each values and their top, basically kits. And if I did that for Limit Breaker Vegito, I'd be like, yeah, this guy's number 1. He's so good. You can get him in 8 months. And then you'd be like, what? Like, I just don't think that that's very fun. It's not very fair if I'm just like, yeah, this guy's one, he's one of the best TURs. And then I'm just like, oh yeah, just get him later during the hero celebration only. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me that to do something like that. But if I did include him on the list, I would say like, he has the powerful 60% damage reduction when he just starts off, and then he gets 30% here. He gets an additional 30% when all allies are crossover or grade 8 power. His active skill is one of the best offensive hits in the game, because it makes it where everything is a critical hit, which is always really good because then you don't have to farm for crits. It makes it a lot easier on the choosing what his hidden potential should be. Him doing multiple super attacks with those crits that we just talked about makes it where he's just like he's just doing so much damage. Even when he doesn't have guaranteed crits, you got 30% here and 40% here, so it's just like he's insane. And he's just easily number 1, right? Especially when you pair him up with the physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Now, I'm gonna talk about like my top 5 as well, or the TURs. I guess top 6 if we're going down that route. But if I had him layered or I had him ordered, it would be this, and this. The main reason why is because Infant Junior can kill everything in like 2 seconds. Physical God Goku is one of the best defensive units in the game, having the powerful dodge ability while also just stacking and having guard. World Tournament Goku can be a mix of both, basically. The best of both worlds. Once you do have the revive condition procced, and Physical Pathku is still one of the better support units in the game. Just helping out with the damage reduction, giving the rainbow orbs. He does help out so much. STR Gamma 1 is the biggest option that I could think of when I was thinking of like a number 5. But the main issue why I don't really have him or somebody else like Super Trunks, for example, is because Super Trunks has so much stuff that you need to go right for him to look good. And STR Gamma 1 just looks good without that, I wouldn't say 17 and 18 would go here either. I think that his support and his damage reduction and all that stuff not happening before, or all of that happening before you attack, helps him out so much against AoEs, which is one of the hardest hitting stuff in the game right now. One of the hardest things to protect against. So, yeah. But we'll go ahead and go over each individual. So, or not individual. We'll go over what we're going to be showcasing first. So we're going to do this. We're going to be doing these 2 guys together. Then we're going to be doing these 2 guys together. And then we'll do Gamma 1 by himself. Basically in the style of how we did it the last time. So Physical God Goku, obviously, like I said earlier, raises his attack and defense on super attack. He has one of the strongest leader skills in the game. And one of the only leader skills that he uses that doesn't include him on the category. Obviously, he is not a hybrid Saiyans, which is even more crazy because he introduced it with the Int LR God Goku, and then he reintroduced it again with this Physical God Goku. So it's just like, it's just funny, So he activates the entrance animation with the easiest condition ever of just having it where you're having 6 or more superclass allies on the team. So you can run 1 extreme unit. So if you want to bring something like into majunior, that is completely fine. He gets 2 ki off the bat and 150% attack and defense. Then he gets an additional 50% when doing a super attack. Then he has a medium chance to just evade any attack. Just off the get-go. Then he also gets an additional 50% attack and defense, plus an additional evade chance with 3 or more key series obtained. I don't believe these are two. I don't think they stack on top of each other, so it's like a 30% chance and then on top of a 30% chance. But I'm not actually too sure how the dodge works. I just know that it works for me. Then he also launches just an additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres, and then also guards. He also gets an additional 50% attack starting from the 4th super attack in battle. Now, I will say that most of the time, you will be seeing this as long as you can get him to 6 orbs, but you'll only really see this part like really helping him out for 1 turn. The main reason for that is because once you lose this 50% attack, or once you get that 50% attack, you're losing this 100% attack from the entrance animation. Because for me personally, like I said, I usually get it by turn 5. So after that already happens, then it's just like, oh, well, this is going to go away, you know, after turn 6. But yeah, Physical God Goku is really good. Oh yeah, and then also his active skill, he like, it's a good, like, I guess fight finisher, but I would not recommend you do it like in 99% of the situations, unless you know that you can't get the 6 orbs like anywhere, because he just gets worse like that. He just gets worse. He performs a crit, and then he's attack effective against all types after the crit wears off. Then he also gets the key and the 159% attack and defense. Then he does another 100% attack and defense boost when attacking. Then he can also just greatly evade attacks before attacking, so it goes away after you attack. But he always launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack. Now, if you don't get this, it is very, very, very bad. But because he raises his attack and defense for 1 turn here, it means that when you are able to get like 2 supers with this, you're easily above like 1,000,000 defense, especially if you've been stacking with the super attack and the God Goku. But yeah, and then Pathku, we'll go ahead and say the same, go ahead and like quickly cover it as well. His leader skill at this point does not matter. Like if you're running something like Exploding Rage or anything like that, you're just running God Goku instead, because he's just giving the extra 30% to it. The only reason why I would think that you would want to run Pathku's leader skill is because you're like trying to make like a Dragon Ball Seekers team, because Dragon Ball Seekers like has all of these characters on it, you know. But other than that, his super attack effect is pretty good. It's just greatly raised attack for 1 turn. The unit super attacks are all the same, with the massively raised attack and then lowering the attack on the super attack. It just happens when there's a Yamcha, Master Roshi, Oolong, Bulma, or Bulma Bunny, also with Hachan as well down here. But again, unless you're running the AGL Hachan or you're running the STR Bulma, most of the time you're not going to see it proc, because the only good Yamcha wants to be run with a Bulma anyways. So yeah, and I don't know of any like good Master Roshi card in the game right now. So his passive skill is 159% attack. Then he gets an additional 59% attack when super attacking. He supports like a really good 2 key and 50% attack and defense. Unfortunately, only to Dragon Ball Saga or Youth, but that does include him, of course. And then this is the main part of the support of him, right? He randomly changes 1 key sphere to Rainbow. Then he gets an additional 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. Then he gets an additional 7% crit and damage reduction per Rainbow key sphere obtained. And then he gets 3. If he gets 3 or more, he gets 59% defense. If he gets 5 or more, he has a second super he has a second attack that has a high chance to become a super. And then if he gets 7, this part helps out so much. He gets 8% damage reduction and 8% crit chance to the entire rotation. So, no matter what, damage reduction will always be additive, meaning that if we run him near Gamma 1, for example, and that Gamma 1 has the maximum damage reduction, he'll have 58% damage reduction combined with this Goku. His active skill is also okay. Like, if it can crit, it's powerful, I guess, because it's 59% chance for the attack to become a crit. Don't get fooled by this 800% attack raise. It truly doesn't do enough damage if you don't crit, basically. You could either do it when you hit 8 times or more, but more often than not, you're just going to do it whenever you have 59% or less HP. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over to the units, and we'll go ahead and look at the units inside of a showcase real quick. All right, this is the team that I made for both God Goku and Pathku. The main reason why I am not running something like a physical God Goku and Tech World Tournament Goku team is mainly because I think that having it where he's paired with majunior instead would be better. And then we could also have the Bulma support, of course. The only issue now is that obviously Pathku won't be looking at his max potential because he won't be having his perfect linking partner, right? But he still does share a couple of links with not only AGL Kaiku, but he also shares a couple of links with the Ultimate Gohan as well. Okay. So this is kind of bad because we didn't obviously want to change that many orbs into... Okay, never mind. It works out in the end. Yeah, wow. Look at that. So 200k. Remember that God Goku is going to get 50% extra defense post super and then also raise his defense. So after everything is said and done, he'll probably be at 400k defense with the 60% chance to dodge. That's if he only double supers as well. But we'll see. And then Pathku, obviously, his defense is going to look lower until we collect the orbs, and then also until we super attack, because he gets the additional 59% attack and defense too. This is going to be one of God Goku's best like rotations though, because he'll obviously have most of his links up here. Yeah, so most of the time you'll be having like 8 million attack supers, but because we're linked next to the Super Saiyan Blues, we're already getting so close to getting 9 million. Like if we do another super attack, I have no doubt it'll be 9 million. And we're just gonna dodge this clearly. Of course, it happens. It always happens where the showcase units always gotta make me look like a fool. Oh, that's not even my God Goku either. That's funny. All right, let's go ahead and come back when obviously one of the showcase units is here. All right, now that we're back, we'll just go ahead and put, I think God Goku and being in the first slot is probably better here. Because if we do something like this, then I guess we could just do that. Six orbs is hard to get, by the way. We're dodging this clearly. Yep. Alright, that's good because the Super Saiyan Blues can obviously get their stack in now. And then hopefully physical God Gokus can both stack too. I think the first one's just probably going to kill. Yeah, we're already... Dude, were we like three digits off from getting 9 million? That's kind of funny. 9.2. And then... unfortunately, we are going to kill, but if we looked at the bottom, we would have seen what our attack stat would have been like with the attack boost. But obviously, because we killed, it doesn't show it. Pathku's obviously going to be on this now. This is like a horrible scenario, though, because Goku, I accidentally floated him off. But we're going to do the best that we can, regardless. Yeah, see, 400k defense. Remember, well, it's also because he has a lot of links, like all in the family. But that's with his damage reduction, too. It's cool to make Gohan the bum over here. The Gohan's dodging this. That really sucks. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Because he sealed us. No way. I mean, we can now see if Pathku would survive normals. Okay. Decent attack stats. Definitely higher when you consider that he's supposed to be like I said, a support unit. Wow. Now we can see if Ultimate Gohan would survive normals with guard. He's still guarding. He's still guarding. He's still guarding, by the way. Yep. Anyways. So yeah. Physical Guide Goku and Pathku. Actually, let's go in one more time. And I just want to see if we can get Kai Goku. Alright, I'm going to get the Kai Goku and Pathku rotation. And then we'll have that be Pathku's second turn. So let me be right back and then we'll set that up real quick. Alright, unfortunately I wasn't able to get the Kai Goku rotation. Those things didn't work out and there wasn't a lot of stuff I could do. So I already popped the active skill, which is why you can hear the OST playing right now. But we have 337k starting defense. We're going to go ahead and collect all of these orbs, and then we can see what his final defense will be. 577k. He will not get any stronger. That is basically his cap. If we got more orbs, obviously would have given more. But, oh, come on, man. I just wanted to see the attack stat. Alright, we'll end it off with that, and then we'll go over to the next showcase units. Alright, so next we'll talk about Tech God Goku and then the Int Majunior. So his leader skill is pretty good. It is probably one of the best, if not the best in the game. Earthbed Fighters and Powerful Comeback is a very good leader skill. The only problem is that like Powerful Comeback is just very, very, very limited. So it doesn't really add a lot of units that you wouldn't have already saw on Earthbred Fighters to begin with. The only one that kind of like pops out to me is like GT Duo and Tech Gogeta. But that's about it. Obviously the new physical Gogeta is going to be on it too. But not on global yet. But yeah, other than that, it's just like, I guess Tech Ultimate Gohan. But again, Earthbred Fighter. Like this Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, but... we'd have to see if he easy A's first. Yeah. Not a lot of units that aren't, like I said, already on Earthbed Fighters. Battle of Fate and World Tournament is okay too. Like World Tournament is fine. Or not, it's not fine. Like World Tournament is just like a really bad category. And again, a lot of these units that you would want to be running are already having it. Like STR Krillin. I guess STR Krillin would be the only one that I would think that doesn't have the Battle of Fate. But he does already like support like Int Majunior, for example, like who already is gonna have Battle of Fate, right? But yeah, like his leader skill is, like I said, still one of the best in the game. It's just like Powerful Comeback and World Tournament are just like two throw-ins, you know. Most of the time you're just using it because Earthbed Fighters and Battle of Fate. But he guaranteed guards for one turn, like I was saying earlier. And then he has the 2 key and 101% attack and defense for 5 turns to basically help you out at the start. He also has 3 key and 150% attack and defense, just permanent. Then he also gets an additional 10% attack and defense up to 100% with each attack received. This also combines with the 20% defense up to 100% every time that guard is activated, basically every single time that you are hit. Then he also has a high chance of nullifying Ki Blast super attacks, which can help. He also has a high chance of guarding all attacks, which is very coin flippy. So it could easily go the wrong way very, very fast. His main ability though is the fact that anytime anytime a revive is activated, whether it be his or somebody else's, he will get an additional 150% attack and defense plus an additional super attack, and then he guards permanently, which is so good. It makes this guy go from like top 4, top 5 units in the game to easily top 2 or top 3. You know, he's just like when people mention that God Goku is worse than Tech World Tournament Goku, I could definitely see it like after the revive is procced, for sure. But like I said, for me personally, I just like using God Goku more, and he's my personal top 2. But again, I could definitely see why some people would say that he's 2 and maybe even 1, right? His standby though is absolute just the worst in the game. It has to be activated when 59% or less, starting from the 6th turn of battle. Meaning, you cannot get this guy's revive until turn 6, and then it has to be under the HP restriction. Good luck. That's all I'm going to say, is good luck. Because you're not getting it. It's 100% better to just try to get somebody else's. Which sucks, because he has a really good standby. He raises ki by 3 and gives an additional 59% attack. Then he also gives 50% defense to all Earthbred fighters and 50% defense to all tournament, World Tournament category allies. Obviously without himself, because they want you to have him die, of course. He also foresees the enemy's super attack, so if you didn't think that you were going to die originally, you could put this Goku in the way and die 100%. Then he'll obviously revive and get the cool OST that I always put inside of every single one of my videos, because it is such a cool OST. But yeah, his links can be very iffy too. Like World Tournament Champion, it's just like it's just like 2 guys. Like it's just who are you running with this? Jackie Chun? Yeah, it's not a lot, dude. Not a lot of people on this category, and there won't be a lot of people on the category. Guidance of the Dragon Balls. The main issue I would say with him is that he has like a lot of Dragon Ball links as well. The Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls. That's why I wanted to run him with Pathku. Main issue, he is not on Dragon Ball Saga, because on JP, it's not Dragon Ball Saga, it's like Boyhood Saga. So, it's kind of like a mistranslation on Global's part. Other than that though, obviously this guy, as like I said, is super duper powerful. He is one of the best. Into Junior is just the best. His leader skill is very throwaway. It really doesn't matter. His kit is just like 10 times better than his leader skill that I don't even know if I want to mention it. He raises his attack and defense for 1 turn on super attack, and then also has the high chance to stun the enemy, which again doesn't really matter either. He has the entrance animation, but instead of guarding, he has the additional super attack for 1 turn with the high chance of actually getting it. You might have noticed that it doesn't say additional attack guaranteed. So there's a lot of times, or not a lot of times, but there are some times where you could just straight up, just do a 1 super attack and then that's it. Like it just sucks, and you can't really do anything about it. So then he also has 2 ki and 101% attack and defense, similar to the Goku, of course. They're basically mirrors of each other, right? They both have the same thing where they both start off with 261% attack and defense and 5 ki. Then he obviously loses it after the first 5 turns, but he gets the build up through doing super attacks, while obviously Goku gets hit. He also has the type effect. I forgot to mention about that. The World Tournament Goku also has type effect against all types if it's just one enemy. He has a medium chance of launching an additional super attack. Then he also has the additional 60% attack and defense within the same turn after receiving an attack. Then he also gets an additional 100%. I'm sorry, this all is part of one line. So he gets 60% attack and defense when he gets hit, and then he also gets an additional 100% attack and defense, while also lowering enemies' attack and defense if you're in the first turn, or attacker in the turn, or you get a 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack, and a high chance of launching an additional super attack as a second or third person in the turn. You usually just want to put this guy in slot 2 though, because there's a lot better slot 1 units, and he is not one of them. But yeah, then he also has the giant form, which doesn't even matter if this is 0 damage. Just the fact that it obviously deletes AoEs and super attacks because of the giant form bug makes it where it's easily one of the best in the game. Because once he goes giant form, he also has attacks effective against all types, and a high chance to perform a critical hit. Then he also gets 3 ki as well, so it's just like you only have to get 3 ki and then you're performing the super attack, and then wha-bam, doing lots of damage. It does whittle down the enemy's health over time. And then it's not even that hard of a condition either. It's just 60% or less starting from the 4th turn of battle. His active skill too is the super explosive wave. Most of the time you won't see this or at least from what I've noticed. But it doesn't mean that it's like a bad active skill. It just means that Piccolo is killing before this happens. So once you are 60%, oh wait, no, that's the giant form. Once you are 50% or less starting from the fourth turn, or when you're facing 2 or more enemies, you can do the super explosive wave. And most of the time you put this guy in slot 2, do the super explosive wave so that way he gets the 100% attack and defense, and then as the second or third attacker in the turn. Then you put him in the first slot, right? Then he gets an additional 60% attack and defense. Then he'll get the additional 100% attack and defense from that as well. So it's just like a very powerful combination that kills everything, literally everything. But yeah, and then again, like there's just so much stuff here that it's clear the reason why he's won, right? Well, let's go ahead and hop into the showcase, and then we'll show why they're won. All right, we're back. I went to go play something with my friends, so now it's 3 a.m. But I went ahead and made this team. I probably would swap Feature Gohan out, but I'm a little bit tired, so I don't know who else I was swapping with. So I just put a dependable option, you know, somebody I could rely on. But also, I'm pretty sure it would be best for Orange Piccolo regardless, because then we have his intro pop. Also, if you guys are liking the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot. And I'm trying to race to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, we're gonna slowly but steadily get there. Also, this is gonna be really bad for me later, but I'm also forcing myself to put video chapters. So you might notice, but I obviously didn't mention that I'm gonna play video chapters with each specific unit or each specific duo. So I'll probably, you know, put like Goku and Piccolo's showcase here. This is kind of bad, but I think we'll be good. Alright, this is fine. As long as he gets his 18 key, he's usually mostly fine. That obviously hurts, but we just need Bulma to help us out with the support. It's funny because I always think that the super attack that he's about to do to us right now is a beam super attack, but it's not. Nice. That was a... If that was my Goku, that was actually a full dodge build, by the way. Which is exactly why I do that. Okay, it was the friend one. I'm kind of curious though. I'm gonna check that tech Goku and see what his build was. Aw, if we got the second super, that would have been good. Oh well. Okay. The thing is, we don't really have a revive on the team other than Goku. So this could be bad. But let's go ahead and skip ahead until we have the next rotation. Awesome. We actually got Krillin here, so that's even better, actually. I would show off the capabilities of Piccolo in Salt 1 as well, just to kind of show you guys too that even though he does get the additional attack and defense for being in Salt 1, it's most of the time not worth it to do something like that. But I don't want to show like units on their lowest, you know. I don't think it's really fair for them if I just like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna put this guy in slot 1 because I know it's gonna be worse for him. Ha ha ha. You know. But we also have to rely on the guard chance of Goku. And you guys already know how my luck is if you do stick around and watch my videos. Oh, we actually got it. That's awesome. Most of the time, I do fail the guard and then I die and then I'm like, I would hope we could kill here, but I don't think we are. Never mind. Piccolo Jr. could actually sweep. If we could get his additional supers to start proccing. Awesome. I think he's dead, actually. That's good. This is exactly why I still believe that Piccolo Jr. is #1. Alright. Either we... I was gonna say either we die this turn or, you know, we come back. But we're gonna survive, so I guess I will see you guys in a bit. Yeah, all right, we'll be right back once this is over. This turn is over. Would you lose? Nah, I'd win. Now we could actually do it. I'm okay with showing it off now. We'll go ahead and show off, you know, Piccolo in slot 1. Who has more defense, actually? Oh, that's clear. Alright, we'll just full heal. Get the extra key. Well, not that we actually need it. Get the extra healing. We dodge. Why? I mean, now we know that we're not gonna die. But, man... Wait, now we have to rely on 2 coin flips. That sucks. Because we would have gotten the more links if I just put them in like World Tournament Goku and Saw 1. But I didn't think that he was actually gonna super that early. It really does suck that it's just a seal, you know, because that stuff hurts, man. I don't even get mad at it, like in terms of it doing that effect, like to stop us from doing super attack effects. I just get it more upset because we don't get to see, we don't get to see like what the damage would have been. Oh well. If we live this turn, I'll show off that, I guess, one more turn. If not, well, I'll just go to the next unit. God mode Krillin, would you win? Nah, I'd lose. All right. I guess not the date change. I guess some quick notes. No, get me out of here, please. There we go. All right, some quick notes. Obviously Piccolo Jr. and World Tournament Goku still are a very dominant duo, I would say. The one thing that just kind of sucks is that we didn't get the giant form, which we were like so close. I think we were like 70% HP. And if we got this, it would have made us like completely, just completely safe. And we just weren't able to get it. It does suck, but we just got unlucky with it. But yeah, this like these 2 units are obviously still fun, and I do still have like a lot of enjoyment. It's just very weird, like with the orange Piccolo and the Int Piccolo Jr. Link set. Like no Namekian Link. I know that some people like are okay with that no Namekian Link, but I probably would have preferred it just because I always link up, you know, like Tech Piccolo with, you know, just on this team. Oh, in the end, it overall helped out, just having Bulma, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the last showcase unit. So STR Gamma, we'll talk about why he is good, and then we'll go ahead and hop into the showcase for him. All right, so Gamma 1 just does so much. Towards obviously the later portions of the fight, he does taper off quite a bit. His leader skill is honestly still pretty good. Having movie heroes, artificial life forms is okay. Having movie heroes is just like so good, because obviously movie heroes is just going to keep getting buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed. So let's say that you pull Gogeta on JP and you don't, or that you didn't pull Gogeta on JP, and you're wanting to run like a movie hero setup. You could just run, you know, like Gamma 1 instead, and then you'll be completely fine. I don't know if SSJ3 Goku's leader skill, Super Saiyan 3 or Kamehameha. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably say no, because I don't know if this Gogeta has Kamehameha on his team. No, he does not. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think they were gonna give that again. I just couldn't remember. So yeah, like if you're just running this guy instead, you'll have the 170, and then you'll just have less than 30% or 30% less stats. But yeah, even still, like accelerated battle and worthy rivals isn't that bad of like a leader skill either. If we go ahead and look, we'll just go ahead and like just double check accelerated battle too, so I can look at some of these units. He would be good, like the Tech Bird Q. I'm assuming Physical God Goku's on here, right? Yeah, physical God Goku. Nothing else like really is popping out to me. It is what it is. I guess STR UI sign, but he's not on either of these, so. So him raising attack and defense for 1 turn here is obviously pretty good. It doesn't, it's on release he didn't really need it, but like now that he's been released, you know, he kind of needs it. Because he has the entrance animation and then he guards for 4 turns and it gets an additional 50% attack. 50% attack doesn't really matter. It does help, but like he's a defensive unit at the end of the day. He just does a lot of damage, or did a lot of damage for when he released. He gets 150% attack and defense, plus an additional 100% attack when performing a super attack, which is pretty good because it's multiplicative. Then he gets an additional 20% attack and defense up to 100%. As well as 10% damage reduction per each hit received. Then he has the medium chance of performing a critical hit after he gets his 5th attack in battle. He gives a pretty decent size of 1 key and 30% defense to all allies. And then he also has this part, but it doesn't really matter, the great chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks. I've never personally seen it like proc. Like there's just no fight anymore that just has something like that. Beam blast supers used to be a thing that would happen a lot because of SBR, but I feel like as we get older in Dokkan, like a lot of these newer events have it where like the newer units are what the events are, you know, like physical God Goku, for example. Obviously he's not gonna have a beam based super, you know, even if he did a beam, it just like it wouldn't matter, you know, like again like in Piccolo it's just like all of these units just don't have, like this would be like I think that's weapons or something, like, but other than that, like it just doesn't matter. I don't even know if anything counters weapons. Isn't it like in LR Zamasu? I guess it's funny. I brought up Gamma 1 with and he has a thing where he would nullify Goku's. Anyways, let's just go ahead and make a team for him real quick, and then we'll kind of see how he looks. I don't know if I'll make a team with him as the leader, but I'll figure it out. All right, we'll go ahead and use this team. So I was going to make a Movie Heroes team, and I was going to have Gamma 1 be the leader, but the problem is that no one's obviously running a Gamma 1 anymore as their leader. Same with Gamma 2. I can't run Tech Gods because they wouldn't be on the 200%, and Gogeta isn't on Global, obviously. So we'll just run the Piccolo team, which has Superheroes and Battle of Wits, as well as Bond of Master and Disciple, and Movie Heroes as a 30%. We'll go ahead and just hop in with this, and we'll see how things go. Alright, so we got Gamma 1 first, so that's fine. Oh, we could actually just do this. Piccolo. Dude, the Gohan is getting so much support. It's actually insane. 5 million attack size, okay. He still has to build up, so. Also, I like how if you go into the wiki for Movie Heroes, the first 2 hits are always going to take a lot of damage, unfortunately. If you go in the wiki for Movie Heroes, it says the main protagonist of the movie, but it's not just the main protagonist, because it's like, you know, it also consists of like STR, Goten, and Trunks, you know. I wouldn't say his main. Or Yamcha. Okay. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that this rotation is kind of all whacked up. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the next rotation and then we'll be right back. No way, we could do Beast. Beast, go on. Oh my god, Beast, go on. Do I actually, I feel like I should actually do this. We just got to make sure that, yeah, it's off. So we're actually going to do that specifically so we can have the action break. I'm like tempted to do this. So that way we could actually maybe kill this turn. And then, no, because the showcase will be over by then. As I say, I have Gogeta transform B slot 1. But it's fine. By that time, I think we would already be dead. Okay. I think Gamma 1 like needs 1 or 2 more hits and he's fully built up. Okay. Well, that's really bad. Because remember, he gets damage reduction and defense for every time he's hit. Beast Gohan. Alright. We'll come back if we are still alive. Womp. MVP 17 took so much damage there. It's because we didn't have the damage reduction up. That's the only reason why. Alright, so Gamma 1. We already kind of saw, like, the thing is, at this point, I feel like if you do still use this unit, you're most are using him just like as a floating support unit. Especially because he has the guard and the damage reduction for 4 turns. The thing I've been seeing more often from like myself, for example, is I'll run this guy on my team, and then I'll just have it where, because he'll have like I said, the guard for 4 turns, we'll put it where I'll put him in the 3rd slot each time, so I'll have guard for 7 turns basically, and well, guard for 4 turns, but the 7th turn is obviously when he comes back, and by that point you already have like so many active skills, so many, you know, ways to destroy the opponent, that it just wouldn't matter anymore, you know, that him running out of guard is just over. It's just done. The fight's already done by then. So it would be kind of cool though, if we maybe got like a Gamma 1, Gamma 2 LR to like help this guy out a little bit more. Who knows if they would like kind of revive him or not. That'd be kind of cool, but that's more speculation than anything. But yeah, like I said, the 1 key and 30% defense still helps out a couple of teams. You know, he's still a dependable unit. And like I said, for the first 2 turns, or not for the first 2 attacks, he'll still take a lot of damage because he obviously needs to build up, and you know, when you have defense and damage reduction that you're getting per hit though, I think it's more than worth it in the end. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you all for watching. Thank you as always, Average, Will, and Celeste for being members. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.